Hi guys, thanks so much for stopping by. So today I will be doing another book review, and this is for the young elites. This is the first out of the, I believe it's a trilogy, and the trilogy is also called The Young Elites, and this is written by Marie Lu. I'm going to provide information from Goodreads, and then we're going to go from there. So this is rated 3.87 out of 5 stars on Goodreads.com. Genres belong to fantasy, young adult, dystopia, science fiction, romance, young adult fantasy, fiction, magic, science fiction, high fantasy, paranormal. So it's a really long description or a synopsis on Goodreads, and I'm not going to do that because it's super long. But the thing that I liked about it was that it's dystopia and young adult and fantasy. Like everything about it I really liked, but what really gravitated me towards it was because it was labeled as romance, and I thought it would have that kind of element into that. Okay, so this is a very clean romance, and the romance is very light, just so you know, because there are people out there that do prefer, like, if I do want to read like a heavy romance, I usually like to know if it's incredibly dirty, if it's very graphic, if it's clean, if it's in between, something like that, because I feel like each kind of sub-romance genre really needs a mood to be in, and I usually need a mood to be in. I can take everything except for the incredibly dirty romance. Sometimes I can, but you know, and I have to pause from time to time, but sometimes it's difficult for me. But this one is a very super squeaky clean romance. And the thing of it is that there is barely any romance in it. It's like a hint of romance. This actually, the way Marie Lu writes it is very beautiful. It makes me see everything in total detail, because the book is very detailed in that aspect. So if you're interested in these kind of genres, this will not disappoint. It's very good. And I was shocked when I finished the story, and I don't even know if I'm ready to start the next books, but I was very shocked when I read the story, and I read what happened after, that what she was trying to do. And I don't want to do a spoiler just in case it is a spoiler, but I don't even know how to describe it without giving a spoiler. This is basically just a person. There's the heroine is Adelina, and there's this issue that they had which involved people dying, and she survived. And that's all I'm gonna say. And there are other characters in here that it kind of misled me in a sense, but I really screamed at almost to the end of this. There's just something that happened that I was just not expecting and not wanting it to happen. But I would suggest you also read the author's notes afterwards, because she explains that too. But I wouldn't really read that before, because that's what I did. I read it after, and it kind of helped. But if I read it before, I feel like the journey would have been disrupted, because I would have expected something that was going to happen rather than be completely surprised. So if you don't really care like what I care about, and it won't matter to you, then go ahead and read the author's notes and the end. But if you don't want your journey to be disrupted or have a spoiler in it, or that kind of situation, I would suggest to leave that at the very end. I would give this a 4 out of 5 stars, a 2 thumbs up. I really do recommend this book. And again, I haven't really read the other 2 yet, so I'm excited to do that too. This is the first book I've ever read from Marie Lu, and I don't really know. It will have to depend at the end of the 3rd book if I will be reading more. Because for me to read something that is YA fantasy and not really very heavy in the romance is kind of hard for me right now in my current state of mind. And this was kind of a risk for me to do, but this story was very captivating. I would have wished there was a little bit more romance, and they're like, when you read this, there's barely any romance, like very, very little. And this is gonna be a spoiler. What I mean by that is it's just like a look, you know what I mean? Like there's not a lot more dialogue. I'm not talking about actions, but like in dialogue even, there's not really a ton of that. And it's just like very, very hinting kind of romance kind of situation. So I kind of wish that would have been more. But that's it. So if you guys have read this book and you want to chit chat about it, let me know. If there are other books that will be a little bit more in the romance with this, or just this kind of story maybe, but not really misleading by saying there's romance in there, because I really don't think that there is. Let me know down in the comment section below. I love hearing from anybody all the time, so let me know. And if you want to chit chat about this particular book or books in general, let me know in the comment section as well. As usual, all my social media accounts, including where you can get this, will be in the description section, so do check that out. Thank you everyone for the love and support. I hope you enjoyed my review. You can hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. Thank you, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!